Left side, Reyes. They'll keep it on that side, and now work it backwards for Dawkins. Barrera with a lot of short passing here, again and again. LA Premier FC just playing keep away in the early stages. Dawkins and Vargas will be there first. Barrera. Broken up. And here comes Powell. Not that time. Dawkins is there first. Number 11, that's Perez. Perez. And they're going to go, they're going to say a foul call against BRYC. I didn't see anything wrong that time. Almeida. And Vargas is there at first. Almeida. A long ball off the head of Dawkins. Soria. Up ahead for Barrera, excuse me. Ball still around midfield on the right side. This is Felix. Going to Barrera. Back to Felix. Now the Dawkins. 14 minutes in and still no score in this U18 matchup between BRYC 00 Elite and LA Premier FC. We are back up and on the air on the Turbo Sports Network, BRYC 00 Elite and LA Premier FC Lafa. No score here in the 15th minute. We apologize once again for some technical difficulties. We have them fixed, and we do hope that is the last straw of problems that we will have to deal with from a technical aspect for this day. Both teams have had their chances early on. Some corner kicks very early in the first 10 minutes to say. As Alex Barakit comes in for an error save. High in the air, the punt. Off the head of Ryan Powell. Josue Morales. Morales again. He's got Felix on the right. Riviello. Back to Felix. Riviello again. And I believe that's offsides. There's a pretty big slew of college coaches who have made their way to the opposite side of the center canopy. Looks like among the coaches, among the schools that are represented, include Haverford College in the Centennial Conference, a Division III school just outside the Philadelphia area. Hard to tell who else is here. Might be Georgia Southern in the navy blue Under Armour jacket. I can tell because of the Eagle logo on the left sleeve. I'll have to get a better look at that in a little while. Got a goal kick coming up here for LA Premier FC in what is still a scoreless game in the 17th minute. That is actually Emory, not Georgia Southern. I take that back. Emory was actually here yesterday for day one. They were mainly here during the second and third games. And now turn the corner. Alex Shamarzadi. Abraham Reyes breaks it up. And Vargas will get rid of this one on the right side. Perez goes left, up the center, and now a player down. That is the aforementioned Shamarzadi. It's going to result in a free kick for Braddock Road. George Smith will do the honors. And now we've got Brian Perez in what might be a brief conversation here with the head official. And he's got a pretty demeaning look on his face after that. Smith off the rebound. Dawkins with the clear. Over the head of Brian Perez. Out of bounds it goes. And a throw-in coming up for Braddock Road. Soria. Eighteen minutes in, still no score. Shamarzadi with the free kick from about midfield. This is Perez on the attack. Perez looking to go far. Taken away by Marcos Valida. Big move here for George Smith. He's got a lot of speed going down the right flank. Now a whistle and a foul. Felix. Over to Reyes. Now Soria, who will look wide and find no one but a BRYC player, excuse me. Smith again on the attack. Trying to cut inside the 18. Broken up, and Riviello has it on the left side. Barrera. Perez goes right by him. And now Moore. Ryan Moore. The lone BRYC player who has committed to a college. More on that as we get a foul and a free kick taken here by LA Premier FC. We mentioned Haverford College. And their head coach is here. Well, there's a Centennial Conference commit, rather, in Moore, who has committed to Johns Hopkins University down in Baltimore. Not too far from Fairfax, Virginia, the home base for BRYC. As many people know, Johns Hopkins, known for their success in football at the Division III level, of course, and of course, they are noted as a Division I program for both men's and women's lacrosse. The Blue Jays with a lot of success when it comes time for the spring. 23rd minute, no score. George Smith back to the bench. Vinicius Almeida has checked back in. Ryan Moore. Moore gets it back from Shamarzadi. 3 players wide open. And finally, the refs blow the whistle for an offsides. Couple of subs here for LA Premier FC. The first time we'll see Alejandro Mendez, number 19, and Pablo Figueroa, number 17. Both freshmen. Figueroa a forward, and Mendez is a midfielder. Daquan Dawkins on the free kick. It's a short one over to Barrera. Back to Dawkins. Dawkins goes to the far side. Now back to Soria. Barrera. Broken up by Shamarzadi. Almeida. It goes right by him, but a foul is called. May have been offsides. Almeida was. Reyes. And a sliding save by Barakat. Ball was free for a brief second, but Barakat able to haul it in. Felix, right side for Perez. Ryan Tuchel is there instead. And a quick throw in here for LA Premier FC. Whistle and a foul. It'll go in favor of BRYC. And now they call for offsides. I think they did call off. Nope, they're going to redo it. They're going to redo the free kick for Shamarzadi. And the team captain will get this one away. Got the letter C on the left sleeve. Lets it fly inside the 18. Shot gets deflected in front. Almeida took the shot. The ball trickles out of bounds over on the near sideline. Off the free throw, off the throw-in rather. Shot gets batted around before it's picked up by Vargas. 26 minutes and 20 seconds in, no score. Ball played ahead to Perez. Perez, he's got Felix on the right. Felix with the cross, but to no one. Booting it over his head is Almeida. Another foul call. This one will be against Marcos Valida of BRYC. The sun has nearly set behind the trees. There's a little bit of glare in certain spots on this field, as we do expect the sun to set at approximately 4:58 p.m. Eastern. Here's Powell with a stop. Ball over the head of Moore. Another offsides. Wow, BRYC having a lot of troubles in that range. Although they were not too sure that was offsides at all. Felix with the throw-in. Chested down by Perez. Turnaround pass, broken up around midfield by Shah Mirzadi. Now a good chance here for Juan Benavides, number 19. Wide open. Powell's shot goes wide right. If he dribbles a few more steps in, he puts that into the right side of the net. It's 1-0 BRYC. Scoreless here in the 30th minute between BRYC Double-O Elites and LA Premier FC LAFA. Alejandro Mendez to the left. Back to the center for Soria. Soria places it up ahead for Felix. Nothing doing that time. Reyes is back there. Reyes with the takeaway. The cross deflected in front by BRYC. Felix will try for it again. The cross. Deflected, and the shot gets put in by Pablo Figueroa. It was deflected off the foot, or rather off the hand of Alexander Barakat. And LA Premier FC takes a 1-0 lead here in the 31st minute. Paulo Figueroa gets credit with his first goal of the match, and the first goal here in the team's journey here to North Carolina. Now, for some odd reason, the score on the scoreboard has yet to change. Not sure why. Should be 1-0. So we'll try and get the scoreboard fixed here. Another chance, and a good shot for Perez, but Barracat is right in front to make the save. Valita. Reyes. Here we go again with Perez. Mendez. Ball goes wide. Out of bounds on the right side. Almeida going one-on-one with the defender in Josue Morales. Header, volleyed around, then stopped on the ground by Morales. Valita. Benavides. Got a whistle and a foul. Get a free kick here. They'll be taken by Daquan Dawkins over on the far side of the field. Back to Soria. Soria goes to Ortiz. He'll work his way backwards for the defense. Good line drive kick. Ball knocked over the head of Perez. Perez goes to Ortiz. Broken up by Soria. Couple of touches as now the ball will twirl its way inbounds. 33-49 in, 1-0 LA Premier FC. Another chance here. Second chance effort. Does it go in? Yes. Jose Ortiz. It's 2-0 LA Premier FC. Adam Laundry, number 18. Headed by Mendez. And we'll have a sub for Braddock Road. Julian Reininger will check in for the first time. This sub with about 10 minutes left here in the half as Ryan Powell checks out. The field is nearly shaded all around. I'd say roughly 90 to 92% of the field has been covered in shade. Vargas. Right side, Morales. He's got a wide open Perez on the flank. And Perez is issued for offsides. Perez on the attack. Possibly a man-on situation if he doesn't hurry. In front for Ortiz. Thought he was whistled offsides, but that whistle was from a different field. Perez turns around. Got rid of it, but to the wrong person. It's buoyed away by Vargas for LA Premier FC. Well, this would be the time of the match in which these players are going to start wanting to put pants on and stretch up. Stretch, warm up, just in case they're needed to come in. Hopefully, some of them have hand warmers, toe warmers, foot warmers. They even make body warmers, or at least that's according to one of our crew members here at Turbo. Shamarzadeh gets tripped up, and he'll take the free kick from right around midfield. A little surprised that very few of these athletes are wearing gloves or some kind of extra layer of protective gear to keep themselves warm and toasty. The temperatures will likely dip into the low 30s, if not the upper 20s, by the time this one is all said and done. We've got a foul away from the ball. Looks like one of the BRYC kids committed the foul on Jose Ortiz. Perez. Cleared away by BRYC. 5.5 to play. First half, 2-0 LA Premier FC over BRYC. Morales. On the flank, it's Perez. Looks for the cross. And Figueroa unable to bring it down. Well, I put foot warmers on earlier today. Not sure they've worked at all, if not for maybe 5 minutes at the very most. I'm already starting to feel that effect, and it's not good. Ooh, a shove on Perez. Flag went up, but the official says play on. Good shoulder-to-shoulder contact, if I may say so myself. Got a foul, so go in favor of BRYC. It'll be a throw-in, I take that back. Now a player down for LA Premier FC. It's Brian Perez. And he's going to come out. A little bit of a limp off the field. Kevin Aparicio. Aparicio, I should say, a sophomore, will come in to play defense. So they might switch things up because Perez is a forward. Coming up on 4 minutes left, going up on 3 minutes left, rather, in this opening half. 2-0 is the score. Here's Tuchel, who keeps it in bounds. Morales, cleared away by BRYC. And the throw-in coming up for LA Premier FC. Morales will do the honors. As the team out of Los Angeles looks to maintain its 2-0 lead. Reyes along the right flank. Player getting tripped up, taken away by Marcos Valida. Loose ball here. Could be a chance for Valida. It's actually Almeida, number 10. Now Valida in front for more. Offsides again. That's about the fourth or fifth time that BRYC has been called for offsides, which is very odd. You would see that call going against a singular team in one half of play alone. Coming up on a minute left to go here in the opening half. #16 is Tristan O'Brien, you just saw, running on the left side. Now Valdez plays it back to Brockett. Reininger. And it goes right into the hands of Vargas. One minute has been added of stoppage time. So not a whole lot of time for BRYC to try and get on the scoreboard before this first half is all said and done. Boy, I have never been this cold in my life doing an outdoor game in December with this type of weather. It is cold. I'm not going to lie, folks. If you step outside in North Carolina, or even if you're in the Northeast tuning in, just be careful when you go outside. Bundle up. It is cold. Vargas is there, and the first half comes to an end. It's a 2-0 halftime lead for LA Premier FC Laffa. 2 goals in a 4-minute span, one by freshman Pablo Figueroa in the 31st minute, and then Jose Ortiz, a junior, scoring roughly 4 minutes later to make it a 2-0 score. Today's game is being brought to you by the following sponsors: the Wilson Trophy Company, Kohl's, Nesquik, Major League Soccer, Nike, the Positive Coaching Alliance, Better Athletes, Better People, the Turbo Sports Group, Toyota, Let's Go Places, USA Soccer, and made in part by Bubba Burger. LA Premier FC leading 2-0. We'll come back in a few minutes here on the Turbo Sports Network. 45 more minutes of cold, bitter, hard, intense action here at the 2016 U.S. Youth Soccer National League Day 2 Fall Showcase. Live from Wilson, North Carolina, Matt Nelson here with you and our entire production staff on as well. And what's a 2-0 lead for LA Premier FC Laffa. 2 goals scored in a 4-minute span by Pablo Figueroa and Jose Ortiz. That's the difference maker thus far as the second half is officially underway from Wilson. Well, the entire field is officially in shade. I believe we are very close to the top of the hour here in Wilson. Official sunset time is 4:58. And as I sit on this chair along the left side of our canopy, I have to admit it is chillier than the air. Perez. Ortiz shot deflected in front, and it goes back to Juan Benavides for BRYC. Benavides over to Powell. Now on the left side. Shot just a bit wide to the right. That may have been off the foot of George Smith. I took that. It's Ryan Tuchel, number 12. Reyes. Along the right side, Morales gets taken down away from the ball, no whistle. Morales. Perez along the left flank. Perez with a little chip shot. Booted away. BRYC gonna head the other way. Not for long as Dawkins makes a stop. Gerardo Rios, number 6, is in for the first time. That is for LA Premier FC. Morales. He's got a play on the left flank, but instead takes a shot and misses way to the left. It'll be a goal kick for Alex Barricott, who has had a very, very busy evening thus far. Head official bringing over Josue Morales of LA Premier and Marcos Valida of BRYC, having a brief chat with them saying, hey guys, let's keep it easy, let's keep it professional, let's not get out of hand. Closing in on prime time in terms of there being no daylight at all. Perez outside the 18. Coming in is Morales. And Barrera gets a foot on it. Shot by Reviello over the bar, out of bounds, and a goal kick one more time for Barricott. Still 2-0. LA Premier FC in command here in the 50th minute. 5 minutes into the second half. In a game that has primarily been dominated by the possession game of LA Premier FC. Dawkins gets it off in time. Now Shamirzadi. Riviello, and we got a player down. Valentin Felix is down on his back, and he appears to be in some sort of pain. Felix will shake off the pain. Did not see a yellow card being drawn, so I don't believe that was a hard foul. Let me play on. No free kick. I'll just play the ball as it is. Rios on the brief stop over to Reyes. Felix getting tripped up again. And someone over on the LA Premier bench was calling for offsides. It may have been the head coach, Juan Guerrero. Barricott. Check that, it's Vargas. Vargas, the goalkeeper, on the right side. I will check over with BRYC, but I believe they've got a new netminder, and they do. Number 36, Eli Smolin, is in for Barricott here in the final 45. Shot gets deflected in front by Dawkins. Rios over to Riviello. Barrera with some steam on the right side. Back to Riviello. Soria. Morales. The give to Reyes. Ortiz back to Reyes. On the left flank, it's Perez. Perez. Nifty move to his left. And Reyes unable to keep it in bounds. Smolin kicks it away. Rios plays it back to Riviello, and he'll play it wide. Soria to the left side for Morales. Morales. Player gets down, no whistle. Clean hit against the BRYC defender. Ball being played around the midfield line. Perez gives it off near side. Good stop by Jordan Gamara, number 44. Valida. Landre. Whistle and offsides is the call. Juan Benavides. Morales, backpedaling to Reyes. Dawkins. Reyes in front. Now Perez on the left side. Jack Rollins, and a foul. Coming up on 10 minutes into the second, 55 minutes into the match, and a 2-0 LA Premier FC lead. And that ball goes right by Jordan Gamara, who is wide open, and he can't believe what just happened. Morales on the throw-in to Reyes. Reyes with a short pass to his right for Soria. Outside the circle. As LA Premier FC works its way into the attacking third. Perez goes back to Morales. Perez will keep it himself. Perez, a chip pass in front for Leviello. It's booed away by the nice defensive work off of Jared Valdez, the junior. Pass goes off the foot of the head official, and he's grinning after that little intrusion. Little chip shot, and it goes in for Ryan Powell. BRYC on the board, trailing 2-1. It's off the foot of the head official, and he's so BRYC trying to make this into a game. They trailed by 2 at the half and have cut the deficit in half to 1. A player getting tripped up heavily to the turf. Abraham Reyes went down. Still now holding his left kneecap. He appears to be okay. Reyes traveling back towards the center. Barrera with a good cross. It's headed away for a brief clear. Morales back to Reyes, rather Perez. Dawkins. Now Reyes with a chance. Free kick coming for BRYC. Rollins. Near side for Valletta. Valletta will get it back. Bide some time and send it away. Reyes. Soria. On the right flank. Now Ryan Moore sends a good ball ahead for Powell. Powell, a little too strong on the nifty footwork. Good breakaway here. That's Benavidez. BRYC now having a reset. And that's going to go to no one. As Josue Morales will get to it first for LA Premier FC. Reyes and Perez is called for offsides. I didn't think that was rightfully called. Well, the good news is we're 30 minutes away from this game going into the books. Morales. Over to Reyes. And a good clear by BRYC. 2 players down in midfield away from the ball. Among those is Ryan Powell, who just gave BRYC their 3rd goal of this year's showcase and the first of the match. Powell's going to walk it off, and Adam Laundrie will check in for BRYC. Jose Ortiz will do the same for LA Premier FC. Gerardo Rios back to the bench. Same for Gamara. And that shot, the heading attempt, play on a hop by the keeper. That being Anthony Vargas. Good ball for Perez. He's not able to get to it in time as Rollins comes up with the steal. Laundrie. Felida. And another offsides call. That's about 6 or 7 offsides calls as Benavidez commits the infraction this time. Morales. And even more offsides. Tuchel gets called. The fans are in disbelief, as are the coaches. Morales over to Ortiz, looking for his 2nd goal. Won't get it this time. And we'll have a throw-in for LA Premier FC. Good saving attempt by Laundrie to keep it in bounds, but that ball was about a foot away after it went out. Another foul against LA Premier FC. That's on Perez. And he has nothing for the official. "27 minutes to go. 2-1, LA Premier FC on top. Riviello, who bangs into his own teammate Perez. Riviello's okay. I'm sure those two will have a laugh about it later. Dawkins to the center. Headed by Valdez. And Smolin will get to it first. Good stop here by Perez. Perez, man on situation. Gets it off to his left to Reyes. Back to Perez. They'll go backwards to Morales. Man on again. Soria. Broken up by BRYC, and that is without a doubt an offsides on Benavidez for BRYC. Dawkins trips over the ball. Are we getting offsides? Nope, not this time around. That's a good call by the officials. Morales. Reviello, and now Perez again. Down to 25 minutes left. 2-1 LA Premier FC over Braddock Road Youth Club. We'll have a corner kick coming up for LA Premier. Check that, it's a throw-in. Soria, headed by Reviello. Shot by Reyes, deflected in front. Another opportunity that sails over the bar. Ludovico Reviello. I love that name. I also love his style. Very aggressive. Not afraid to turn the corner, not afraid to do what he needs to do to try and help his team to victory. He's been phenomenal tonight. Here he is again. Reviello goes wide. Felix. And it's out of bounds, a throw-in for BRYC. So the temperatures tonight are supposed to go down to the mid to upper 20s. It was down to the 30s last night. As Vargas gets rid of it. Dawkins with a clear. Now, yesterday, I have to admit, I was not like myself at all when I got into my car and started driving back to the hotel. Mentally, I was out of it. Physically, well, my eyes were just bloodshot. Other than that, I was windburned. Felt a little bit better today, especially coming in. The beginning of this game with the sun setting, it's always going to be a little concern as to what will happen with the temperatures. But so far, so good. We'll see what happens when the clock hits 90. We'll see how the players are like as well. Vinicius Almeida is getting ready to check back in for BRYC. Warming up on the sideline, awaiting his turn. Reviello again. Plays it wide to Ortiz. Ortiz looks to get inside the 18. His last touch by a BRYC player results in a corner kick for LA Premier FC, looking to make it a 3-1 game. Almeida will check in, Tuchel to the bench. Here's the corner by Ortiz, and that's not even close to going in bounds. A corner kick over everything, the net, the bar, you name it. It results in a goal kick for BRYC. Eli Smolin will do the honors and send it towards midfield. Perez playing around with it. Ball gets booed out for a clear. Reyes is still down. The official lets him play on. There's a shot. Ricochets off the right post and out of bounds. Did I miss something? That shot was taken by Perez. Why are they going for a corner kick? I guess whenever you take a corner, you get the ball right back from a corner. I've never heard that rule before. Oh my. Anyway, Jose Ortiz will retreat back to his usual spot for the corner. Ortiz with a line drive to the top of the 18. Raviello racing after it. And he'll keep it in bounds. Under 20 to go. Sean Rosati. Landry. And it's still in bounds for Soria. Barrera. No cross midfield. Get over to Felix. On the left side for Perez. Out of bounds it goes. A throw in for LA Premier FC. And that ball is soaring towards the medical staff. Soria. Over to Perez. Put it away. Perez gets it back. He'll take the shot. Bending in, and it's batted down by the keeper, Smolin. Smolin lets it fly across midfield. First touch by Soria. Raviello. Up ahead for Reyes as he receives it from Morales. Reyes was down, and the throw-in for LA Premier FC again. They'll go backwards to Morales. Towards the center for Soria. They'll go backwards as part of their game plan. Barrera with some steam for Barrera. Fernando going to Alejandro. They might be brothers. Not sure if they're twins. They both are juniors, so they must be twins. Morales. Barrera. Alejandro, that is. And Smolin. We'll get rid of it in time. Raviello draws the foul. Morales along the near side to Reyes. Broken up by BRYC's defense for a moment. Soria gets it back. Goes right by Barrera. Dawkins. And Shah Mirzadi slamming his head to the turf in frustration. This has not been BRYC's best effort today after they knocked off the Milwaukee Bavarians 2-1 yesterday as the home team. BRYC is the away team for today's match. LA Premier FC, the home team. And so far, the home team having the better hand here. A 2-1 game. Right now, the score. And Shah Mirzadi still going at it with the head official. Obviously disappointed right now, but it's still a close game. BRYC has plenty of time to get themselves back in. Another foul. This with less than 15 minutes to go. Morales takes a shot on goal, deflected by Smolin. Second chance effort. It goes sailing over the bar off the foot of Riviello. Substitution for BRYC, Julian Reniger is in. Shamarzadi comes out. And he is disappointed coming back to the bench. Dawkins. He gets knocked down to the turf. No whistle. No foul. Perez playing around with it. He needs some help. He's not getting anything out of it. Reyes gets knocked down. No whistle as he is slow to get up to his own feet. The pressure is turning up for both of these teams. Ortiz goes to Morales, who sends it high in the air and sailing off the head of Ryan Moore, the Johns Hopkins commit. Riviello. Perez gets inside the 18, but that good double team defense from BRYC helps out with the cause. Dawkins coming out of nowhere. And Renninger is offsides again. I'm not sure if anyone's keeping track of offsides calls. Are you? No? I didn't think so. I'm close to double digits on BRYC and their offsides calls. Out of bounds it goes, a throw in for LA Premier. Morales. And it's buoyed away out of bounds off the foot of Jack Rollins. Good steal by Benavidez. Almeida up ahead to Powell, who's onside. Good speed out of Dawkins as he keeps it alive. And heads down the near side. The short give to Morales. Reyes stays in bounds. Up ahead for Alejandro Barrera. Now Valdez. Good stop that time. Valdez keeps it alive for Moore. Moore sends it in front for Reininger. Remember, he was offsides the last time he was trying to run past the defender and try to make it a 2-2 game. Speaking of the score, it's 2-1. 79-45 in. Closing in on 10 minutes left before these players and everyone on the staff can have a nice, warm dinner. Corner kick here for LA Premier. Believe it's Ortiz who will do the honors. Nope. Ortiz is outside the 18. A whistle, and I believe that is a foul against LA Premier FC. Eli Smolin lets it fly. Riviello to Ortiz. Reyes plays it wide. Headed by Moore. Powell. Morales is there first. Dawkins. Good takeaway here. This is Benavidez. Reininger not able to get to it in time before Dawkins has anything to say about it. Shot on goal, deflected away by the keeper, Vargas. Now coming up on 8.5. Make that 8 minutes left. Valita to Moore. Well, Mendez was trying to go in front for Valita. Careful on the push, Riviello. Benavidez, excuse me. Soria. Over to Reyes. Here's a shot. And it goes in. Alejandro Barrera may have just put this game out of reach. 3-1 Los Angeles. Alejandro Barrera's goal coming in the 83rd minute of play. Time is running out for BRYC. Ryan Moore will get us started off. We are approaching full darkness. There's a little bit of leftover sun over on the left side of this field. We are fully under the lights here in Wilson, North Carolina. Peraza, number 20. Mendez. Perez looks ahead. Perez, and a player is down. That is Valentin Felix. Referees stop play as Felix is on his back and he is slow to get up. 3 players in, 3 players out for BRYC. Smith, O'Brien, and Aiden O'Connell is in for the first time. Powell, Moore, and Valita are out, possibly for the final time. Under 5 to play. Closing in on 4 minutes remaining with 3-1 LA Premier FC trying to put this game to bed. Peraza, one-on-one with O'Connell. You've got to be careful and get off the shirts. Now a late whistle and a foul will go against Kevin Peraza. Jack Rollins making quick use of the time remaining. Ortiz in front of Barrera, Alejandro that is. Almeida. Ortiz on the breakaway, but not for long. Williamson Seymour is also in, number 20. That's a heck of a name. Under 3 minutes to play. Dawkins retreats the ball back to Vargas. Headed away by Rollins. Still in the air. O'Brien, Dawkins, and finally on the ground. Barrera over to Ortiz. Mendez, excuse me. Felix. Soria. Over to Barrera. Alejandro, that is. Soria. He's got Peraza wide open on the left. Back to Perez. Soria. Again. Mendez will push it to the right. Felix. At this point, if you're LA Premier FC, you've got to play keep away, because at this rate, with less than 90 seconds to play, it is garbage time. Kevin Aparicio, number 2, will check in. One minute to play. Felix will check out for the final time. O'Brien goes wide for Smith. Chance here for Almeida. And is Vargas there? He may have got a hand on it. If not him, then one of his defensive players. So we are officially in stoppage time. Trying to see how many minutes we'll have. We do not know how much stoppage time there is just yet, although I thought I saw the head official give the timing over to the judge on the far side. A look at what's ahead for BRYC 00 Elite after today, as Benavidez trying to charge on it. Tomorrow, they will head over to Rocky Mount Field to take on La Rocca South CS 99 00 Premier out of Highland, Utah. Then on Sunday, it's back to the Gillette Fields to take on Sporting STL McMahon Ford out of St. Louis. LA Premier will go to 1-1 with this victory. BRYC will drop to 1-1. 2 minutes of stoppage time, the official word from the fourth man in charge. LA Premier will head over to Rocky Mount tomorrow as well to take on Baltimore Celtic SC Christos, a team that we saw earlier today. That game will be set for 11 a.m. on the East Coast. And then on Sunday, it's back to the Gillette Fields for a matchup with Solar Chelsea 99 Sawyer out of Dallas. That's at 9:20 a.m. Eastern. So all we're waiting on at this point is the final 3 whistles to be blown. Almeida, and an easy pickup here for Anthony Vargas. The game is over. It's a 3-1 victory for LA Premier FC over BRYC. LA will go to 1-1 here in the National League Showcase. BRYC drops to 1-1. So, 2 days of National League Soccer are in the books officially. And tomorrow, we will begin our 3rd day of the live streaming. The 3rd day for all the teams, the last day for us here on the Turbo Sports Network. We'll begin the coverage at 10 a.m. Eastern with Baltimore Armor PA 15 and KSA 01 Pro Profile. It's Maryland versus Georgia. For now, our final score, LA Premier FC 3 and BRYC 1. For our producer, Nick Case, and our entire Turbo Sports Network production crew, Matt Nelson saying so long from Wilson, North Carolina. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Turbo Sports Network.